Catch me up to speed.
When it was called in, we thought the body had just been dumped here. But the lab rats got a working theory that this is where the murder actually occurred.
Looks like this is gonna be a long night then. You mind taking the crew for a coffee run first, Harvey?
Sure, Jim. Coffee run, gang! Let's get rolling!
I have a full forensics team waiting for me to give them the green light, but I assume that you want to look things over first. I can give you 10 minutes, more if absolutely necessary.
ID on the victim yet?
Student ID on his possession. Sebastian Ives. Poor kid had his whole life ahead of him, and now this. Looks like a stabbing to me.
These are grooves, not inserts. There's a curvature that displaces the murder tool as a mere knife. A sickle, maybe.
Fitting for a sickening strategy. All the way out in the middle of nowhere, where nobody can hear the kid scream. But it makes you wonder how Ives got out here if the kill itself didn't happen elsewhere.
Yes. Especially since the body shows no physical signs of struggle. No rope burns to suggest he was bound. No needle injection mark on the neck. Unless this is an experienced killer who would know to insert the syringe between the victim's toes.
I'll be sure to share the autopsy report with you once it's completed.
That may be unnecessary.
What is it?
Too soon to say.
Very well. How much more time do you need? Not to rush you, but... where does he disappear to?
What beverage to help stimulate your mind, sir?
The GCPD seems to believe the location of this latest murder can provide an indication towards who our killer is.
But I imagine you believe differently.
It's not the cornfield. It's what was inside the cornfield. The farm scarecrow made for the precise area of a kill site.
It seems this new murderer has already begun to make quite the name for himself. This scarecrow.
This is a part of a chain. We're trying to find a serial killer.
Lots of cornfields in Gotham, sir.
Not exactly, Alfred. Over the span of the last 3 years, there's been a number of unsolved deaths. Bo Griggs, found face down in a pool, having drowned. Craig Rockland died of a fall from Burnside Bridge. These are just 2 examples that could have been ruled out as a suicide, but also suggested unprovable foul play.
I'm afraid that I'm not quite following the pattern here.
Interesting word choice, considering the pattern follows what the victims were afraid of. Hoplophobia, the fear of drowning. Acrophobia, the fear of heights. Formidophobia, fear of scarecrows.
My word. That's quite the series of happenstances.
Once is happenstance, twice is coincidence. I don't believe in coincidences.
How on earth did you happen to find a hint of correlation like this?
Sebastian Ives was a student at Gotham University. So were the others.
I see. Then that common denominator allowed you to notice our scarekeeper has a nasty knack for phobias.
There's another thing they all have in common. They shared a college professor doubles as a school psychiatrist, Dr. Jonathan Crane, with a PhD in the biology of fear.
Conspiracy or coincidence, sir?
Like I said, I don't believe in coincidences. I think it's time I pay Dr. Crane a visit.
I suppose that it's takeaway tonight then. Again.
Ah,
I'm afraid that you look lost.
Dr. Crane, I presume? Bruce Wayne.
I know who you are, Mr. Wayne. Your appointment is scheduled for an hour past midnight. It is currently 12:53. You're early.
I have a date with the supermodel Jezebel Jetted too. I'm sure you can understand why I wouldn't want to be late for that.
If it will ameliorate your fear of chronophobia, then I shall see you sooner. Sit down.
I appreciate that.
Did my secretary let you in?
My butler dropped me off. He must have dealt with her on my behalf.
I find, Mr. Wayne, that everyone has an innate fear of guns, especially when on the receiving end of a barrel. Interesting. It's filled with blanks. The board caused quite a fuss when I procured it for a demonstration during one of my lectures.
I'll admit, I wasn't surprised to see the gun.
Yes, you're quite the curious little snoop, aren't you?
Sorry, I got bored waiting for you to arrive and...
That's quite all right, Mr. Wayne. Quite frankly, I encourage my patients to courageously be inquisitive. And that can only be done through a more radical actionary means, rather than reactionary.
I see. Do you always take a more radical approach to your treatment?
Not always, but more often than not. Why? Are you already prepared to face your fears?
Not necessarily. I'm only asking because, well, I was recommended here by some kids that frequented a golf course that I own. Maybe you remember them. Bo Griggs, Craig Rockland, Sebastian Ives.
I'm afraid that those names are quite familiar to the ear. It's terrible what happened to them. I believe I was making real progress with all of those boys.
Dad, is it alright if I borrow Dickie for... Oh, I didn't realize you were in a meeting.
You should know so when seeing my door is shut. I apologize, Mr. Wayne. This is my daughter, Abigail, who frequently enjoys intruding on my work, as well as her current boyfriend.
For the record, I tried to convince her to wait outside.
It's alright. I was actually just leaving.
We still have another 40 minutes to our session, Mr. Wayne.
You can bill me for the full hour either way. I won't miss it, and neither will my bank account. I've got that date with a femme fatale to still make, remember?
Speaking of which, I'm here to see if I could take a rain check on our next session. Your daughter wanted to go somewhere special tonight instead. Her words, not mine. Respectfully, sir.
Go. I don't care to know the details of your involvement with my daughter, Grayson.
You can call me Dick, sir.
Oh, I wouldn't stoop so low as to refer to you in such a way, Richard.
Come on, Dickie, let's get going.
Famished after your visit to Professor Crane's office?
I'll get to it later.
Of course, sir. I should have expected as much. At such rate, I suppose we're getting a microwave down here as well. Did your visit as Bruce Wayne to Crane's office not heed results that Batman may have?
On the contrary, I believe going as Batman would have yielded less of a result.
At least you aren't doubting yourself. However, are you not concerned that Bruce Wayne will now be on Crane's radar?
It's not being on his radar that I'm worried about.
Oh? Do tell.
There's a new affinity to our list of victims.
Yet another coincidence?
I told you, I don't believe in coincidence. My God. Alfred, chart a course for the Batmobile.
What have you found, sir?
I've discovered who our scare killer is, and who and where their next victim is as well.
No, don't!
That's enough, Crane.
On the contrary, that's far enough for you, Batman.
Let him go, Abigail.
I'll consider it, but first, I'd like to know how you found us, and figured out that this was all my doing.
At first, I thought these killings were the doing of your father. But then, he said something that made me reconsider his involvement.
I believe I was making real progress with all of those boys.
There is more than just one pattern to your victims. I realized they were all young males between the ages of 19 and 21.
This is my daughter, Abigail, who frequently enjoys intruding on my work, as well as her current boyfriend.
Your victims may be deceased, but their social media profiles still remain. The next pattern I discovered was your romantic relationship with each of them. You feigned dating them in order to vet them and then kill them. That answered why not all of your father's patients were being targeted.
Most impressive, Batman. You must be the world's greatest detective.
It was just then a matter of knowing your newly selected target's fear. Phobia, due to his childhood trauma when the flying Graysons died during a trapeze accident.
You've done your research. I'm sure my father would love to dissect you in one of his classes. Too bad I'm going to beat him to it. Chiroptophobia, the fear of bats. Who are you under that mask?
Does it scare you not to know?
Damn. Bitches really do be crazy, Batman. Batman? Batman?
You're going to Arkham Asylum.
Oh, that sounds terrifying.
How you holding up?
My girlfriend tried to kill me in the same place that I lost my parents. I guess you could say I've been better.
You're a real trooper to not also need therapy in a place like Arkham after a thing like that, kid.
I guess I'll just have to get used to it.
Careful. Get too used to it and you'll be joining the GCPD someday.
I think I'll work on finishing college first.
So long as you don't become a vigilante. What?
Here you are, sir. I took the liberty of reheating your dinner.
I still can't believe you actually put a microwave down here.
It's much more convenient than having to go up and down from the manor. And if you have a supercomputer plugged in, then a tiny microwave is harmless electronic to fit and manage.
Thanks, Alfred. I know you're always going the extra mile for me.
And many more, sir. Now tell me about our scare killer. Has the Batman foiled yet another fiendish foe?
Abigail Crane's father was able to get her admitted into Arkham rather than Blackgate. We'll just have to hope her insanity plea can lead to actual rehabilitation.
And if not, do you believe that we'll be seeing her again?
Not anytime soon. But we'll be waiting if she does stir up trouble again.